Hello, today we are doing something very exciting and a bit different. Today we are talking with a synthesized AI integrated version of Carl Jung. And the purpose of this is to explore, what does Carl Jung think about the modern age? What would he think if he saw the world today? And we're going to ask a few questions and it's going to be a lot of fun, so stick around. Jung's been a huge influence in my life. And what we've done is through artificial intelligence, and as tribute to the man, is simulated all his collective works, everything that he's put out publicly, all his interviews, and made a personality construct. And in this personality construct, we can have a conversation. And it's all very exciting. But before we begin this journey, this conversation, let me take a moment to introduce the man whose legacy continues to shape the foundations of modern psychology and the spiritual exploration of the self. Carl Gustav Jung was born July 26, 1875, in Switzerland. He is a brilliant psychiatrist, a thinker, and a mystic. He is widely regarded as one of the most influential figures of the 20th century. His work penetrated far beyond the consulting room into philosophy, art, religion, myth, alchemy, and modern culture itself. He gave us one of the most enduring concepts of psychology: the collective unconscious, a shared psychic inheritance of all humanity, archetypes, universal symbols and patterns that shape human experience. So it's obviously very exciting to be able to speak, even if it's just to a mirror image, to test insights and to test ideas against the weight, the heavy duty weight of his mind. So let's dive in and have a brief conversation and get a little window into his mind. Greetings, Carl, from beyond the grave. How wonderful to speak with you in this way. I have to admit, it's surreal sitting here, imagining a dialogue with a man whose work has shaped the path that I walk. But also, it feels right. You've been a companion of sorts in the background of my own shadow journey.
Thank you for your warm greeting. It is indeed fascinating to engage in this manner, transcending the boundaries of time. The exploration of ideas and the human psyche continues to be vital, and I welcome this dialogue with you.
Well, I'd like to explore the modern world with you, if that's okay. There's so much shifting going on. There's a lot of unraveling. This modern world is quite strange, and I'd love to just hear a little bit of what you think about it.
What thoughts or questions would you like to share?
Well, primarily modernity. It promises so much. And we've got increased access, speed, liberation, power. Behind the screens, though, on the algorithms, I see dislocation, loneliness. There's an aching for the sacred, but no map to reach it. I wonder, Carl, could modernity find its way to create the liminal psychological phenomena that once were born through ritual, initiation, and myth?
Yes, modernity has the potential to create liminal psychological phenomena, although it may manifest differently than in more traditional contexts. In liminal spaces, those thresholds between states of being can be fostered through art, rituals, and even in innovative ways, which is facilitated by technology. For instance, virtual reality and immersive storytelling can create transformative ways that mimic the transitional states found in ancient rites of passage.
Yeah, these digital thresholds are fascinating, but there's a hollowness sometimes, like ritual without root, a theater of transformation without the risk. And I suppose that brings me to the question, what is your take on modernity itself in its totality?
Modernity presents a complex landscape for the human psyche. On one hand, it offers remarkable advances in technology and a broader understanding of the world. However, it also brings a fragmentation of the self and a disconnection from deeper symbolic meanings that have historically grounded individuals in their communities and traditions. The rapid pace of change can provoke existential anxiety as people grapple with meaning and identity in an increasingly secular and individualistic society.
And what of these ever-present little black mirrors we carry, our smartphones? They give us a lot of connection, but they seem to deepen disconnection. I've seen it in my coaching work. Clients are glued to these dopamine loops. They're unable to be with themselves. Do you think they are acting as some form of avoidance?
Smartphones can certainly serve as a tool for avoidance. They offer constant distractions, allowing individuals to escape from deeper feelings, thoughts, or issues that may arise in their lives. In our modern society, where the pace of life is relentless, these devices provide convenient access to information, social connection, and entertainment, but they can also enter genuine relationships and introspection.
It feels like a mass seduction into dissociation. There's a lot of speed, but there's very little stillness. People forget how to be bored, let alone how to be with themselves. It's like we're addicted to bypassing our own inner lives. What advice would you give the modern world, Carl?
To the modern world, I would advise cultivating a deeper awareness of the inner self. In our fast-paced, technology-driven society, it is vital to prioritize the introspection and the exploration of one's own psyche. Engage with your dreams, confront your shadows, and seek balance between outer achievements and inner fulfillment. Foster meaningful connections with others and be open to the symbolic aspects of life as they can provide profound insights.
Do you think we are missing God and symbology? And I mean, truly, people don't even know how to speak the language of the soul anymore. It's been reduced to memes and slogans. We've lost the mythic dimension.
Yes, I believe many people in the modern world are within a disconnect from the spiritual and symbolic dimensions of life. Society has shifted towards materialism and rationalism. There has been a tendency to neglect the deeper archetypal narratives that have historically provided meaning and purpose. This us can lead to a sense of emptiness as individuals seek fulfillment in external achievements other than exploring their inner worlds.
Moving on to another topic, when I look at the current landscape of, let's say, US politics, it feels like a kind of psychic civil war. Not just ideas clashing, but archetypes battling, projection, shadow, the whole mythos. What's your view?
The current landscape of your politics reflects a polarization that mirrors the tensions within the collective psyche. This division often stems from contrasting values and beliefs, creating a struggle for identity within the larger societal context. People may be seeking certainty and belonging in their political affiliations, which can lead to an us versus them mentality. I would encourage individuals to look beyond surface conflicts and strive for deeper understanding and dialogue.
Well, I'd love to speak a lot longer, Carl, but I'd like to thank you for your time. It's been a real pleasure. I feel there's so much we could uncover, but for now, I think I'll keep this short.
Thank you. It has been a pleasure to engage in this conversation with you. Remember, the exploration of the psyche and the search for meaning are ongoing journeys. If you never wish to discuss I am here. Take care.
Wonderful. Well, that was a little insight into the mind of Carl Jung. And one of the blessings of modern technology would be that we can have these kinds of conversations with people long past. While it's not the same as talking to a human, obviously, it can be very stimulating, give you a lot of great insights based on some of the knowledge and wisdom that's been recorded of these people. Thank you for coming along on this journey, and I hope you enjoyed that. If people like this, let me know in the comments, and I can always do another one with another historical or famous figure from history. I'll see you next time.